Pretty much everybody, but specifically, who do you want the most?
Everybody. I don't got no picks. There ain't nobody that I really want.
What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down the intense confrontation between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach during their fiery face-off on DAZN. The tension between these two fighters is building fast, and we're here to cover everything that went down. Let's get into it. Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach are scheduled to meet this December in what's expected to be a highly competitive showdown. From the way things have already started heating up, this matchup looks like it's going to be anything but ordinary. If you believe this meeting was nothing more than a simple exchange of words, think again. The atmosphere between these two fighters was far from casual, as both men showed the intensity and confidence expected before a major showdown. It was clear they were looking for any opportunity to gain a mental advantage before the opening bell rings. So get ready, because we're going through the biggest moments from their intense DAZN face-off. And trust me, the tension between them was impossible to ignore. The face-off happened yesterday, and the intensity was obvious from the very beginning. Gervonta Davis walked in with the same confidence and presence that fans have come to expect from him. He looked completely locked in, staring down Lamont Roach without showing any emotion, almost as if he had already pictured how the fight would unfold. But Roach wasn't there to be intimidated. He stood his ground and matched Tank's energy, ready to respond to anything Davis brought his way. The confidence coming from Tank was clear. He carried himself like the man in control, and it's easy to understand why he feels that way. Davis has built a reputation as one of boxing's most dangerous punchers, with the kind of power that can change a fight instantly. His victories over elite opponents like Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin have added to his reputation, and those performances speak for themselves. During the face-off, it felt like Tank was making sure Roach understood exactly who he was stepping in with. That signature confidence and competitive attitude were on full display. Stepping into that moment unprepared, he came with his own answers and showed that he wasn't affected by Tank's confidence. Roach fired back with the message that he had been looking forward to facing someone like Davis, making it clear he believed he belonged on that stage. That level of confidence comes from experience. Roach has shared the ring with talented fighters and has built a reputation around his technical ability and smart approach. He doesn't appear interested in being overwhelmed by Davis's power. Instead, he believes he can use his skills to create problems and make the fight a showcase of his boxing ability. The tension between these two had already started growing online before they ever stood across from each other. So when they finally met face to face, the energy was already intense, and it felt like things could boil over at any moment. Based on the way Roach has been speaking, he clearly believes he has the tools to prove his confidence is justified once they step into the ring. Now let's take a closer look at the biggest moments from their face-off that caught everyone's attention. One of the main exchanges came when Gervonta Davis made it clear that he didn't believe Lamont Roach had faced anyone with his level of ability before. The way Tank carried himself suggested that he viewed Roach as another challenge he was confident he could overcome. But Roach wasn't interested in accepting that mindset. He responded by making the point that power only matters if a fighter can actually connect with those shots. That comment clearly got a reaction from Davis, and you could see the intensity increase between the two. Tank moved closer and fired back with a warning, telling Roach that talking wouldn't save him once the fight started. But Roach stayed calm, showing that he wasn't affected by the pressure and almost seemed comfortable in that moment. That's what makes this matchup so intriguing. It's a battle between two completely different approaches, Davis bringing explosive power and aggression, while Roach relies on timing, technique, and strategy. Even before the fight begins, both fighters are already trying to gain an advantage mentally. Now, let's talk about Lamont Roach for a moment. For casual boxing fans, he may not have received the same level of attention as some bigger names, but he has proven that he belongs among talented competitors. Roach is known for his movement, sharp timing, and ability to frustrate opponents with his style. As a skilled counterpuncher, his goal will be to make Davis miss and take advantage of those openings when they appear. His performance against fighters like Jamal Herring showed the level of skill he brings into the ring, and that same ability is what he believes can create problems for Davis.
In the ceiling, but nothing is feeling like anyone has any fucking ability to even stick to a subject is killing me. The inability to pin humility, the back home. On the freaking minute, got me thinking of finishing everything with a seed a minute, and reaping the benefits. I'm asleep at the Quillican as I'm thinking about an evil intent of another feed, I'm killing it. Cause even if I gotta end up needing a Quillican, even ketamine, I'm methamphetamine with a Minington, it better be at least 70 or 300 milligram, and I'm.
So what does all of this mean heading into the fight? The answer comes down to whether each fighter can force the other into an uncomfortable situation. If Gervonta Davis is able to control the distance, close the space, and connect with his powerful punches, the night could become very difficult for Lamont Roach. But if Roach can use his movement, maintain range, and make Davis struggle to find his target, there's a chance he could create a major surprise. That we've seen that Davis can become more aggressive when opponents make him work and prevent him from finding his rhythm. When a fighter like Tank starts forcing openings instead of creating them naturally, that's when opportunities for mistakes can appear. However, nobody can overlook the danger that comes with Davis's power. When he lands clean, the results can change instantly. His fight-ending ability has been proven against top competition, including his victory over Ryan Garcia. Facing Tank means preparing for constant pressure, explosive attacks, and a fighter who knows how to capitalize when he hurts his opponent. His ability to combine knockout power with the instinct to chase the finish is what makes him one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport.
Gervonta, you've knocked out a lot of good fighters, beating some really good fighters. How much do you want to prove it against someone who's considered elite in the pound for pound?
This face-off gave fans a clear glimpse of the mindset both fighters are bringing into this matchup. Gervonta Davis appears determined to show that he belongs at the top of the division, and he's looking for a statement performance that ends with a knockout. But Lamont Roach enters this fight with a completely different mindset. As the underdog, he doesn't carry the same expectations, and that can make him a dangerous opponent. He has the ability, confidence, and skill set to make this a difficult challenge for Davis. If Tank overlooks him at any point, the result could be very different from what many people expect. But there's another major part of this story that can't be ignored: Floyd Mayweather's perspective. Everyone knows Floyd's personality. He has always been someone who values control, attention, and making sure his voice is heard. But his connection to Davis goes beyond simple advice from the outside. Mayweather played a major role in Tank's early career, helping guide him from a promising young fighter into one of boxing's most recognized knockout artists. However, their relationship has changed over time, and the bond between them has become much more complicated. The tension between Floyd and Tank has been visible for a while, from social media exchanges to periods where the two appeared to distance themselves from each other. These days, their relationship is far from the close mentor and student connection that fans once saw. Floyd shared his thoughts on the matchup, saying that Lamont Roach is a serious threat and that Davis may not need to take on that type of challenge at this stage. His message suggested that there could be bigger opportunities waiting for Tank. But the question is, what was Floyd really trying to say? Was he genuinely concerned that Roach could create a massive upset, or was he simply trying to steer Davis toward fights with bigger names, larger attention, and greater financial rewards? The real issue is whether this warning comes from a place of strategy, or if there is something deeper behind it. Is Floyd trying to influence the situation mentally? Or does he truly believe Roach presents a dangerous challenge? That's everything for today's video. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future content. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.